Today on Give Me Shelter, Jason and Brian trek through 20 rugged acres in search of an abandoned dog and a litter of feral puppies. But will they succeed in finding them all before they disappear for good?
Jason, come here. Quietly.
A foster kitten is rapidly losing weight due to an unknown condition. Will Dr. McKim be able to turn this unfortunate case around?
And how much has she lost?
She's at 0.78 right now.
Jason and Brian are heading to a local neighborhood called Soul Agree in search of a litter of feral puppies and an abandoned dog. Over the last few decades, this rural area has become a haven for stray and feral dogs.
So came down to Soul Agree picking up pups last week and found this pit. I'm down here so much, so I'm pretty sure when I know a new dog's on the block.
We want to see if we can get a hold of her and get her off of Soul Agree. It's not a place for her to be if she doesn't belong to anybody, and hopefully we can get her in the shelter and, and get her a good home.
A feral dog has just been spotted, and from the looks of it, she appears to have just given birth. The priority now is to follow her trail to see if that will lead Jason and Brian to her puppies.
So hard to see. I mean, half that's just like slush, marsh, terrible walking through, but I think they got a dry spot. Remember, Brian, one time there was a batch of puppies like right on the side of the road here, and they were, I don't know, 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old.
We've been working with these dogs for quite some time, several years now, and there's 8 adults that live out here. There's 3 females that have puppies out here regularly, so we're coming out here again today to see if one of the mothers has had puppies and hopefully get the puppies up and out of the woods before they get too big and increase the population out here.
We go walk down that ditch.
You want me to walk that way?
Yeah, if you get on the other side of the restaurant, I'll find my way up that way and see if I can't scare him up there. I see Pretty Girl jaunting through the marsh. I know she's just dropped. Brian and I haven't found her puppies yet, so basically we're gonna split up. I'm gonna backtrack from where she came, and Brian's gonna go down and follow her and see if he can't figure out where these kids are. I know they're out here.
Pretty Girl's puppies are always the hardest to find because once she spots us, she's usually gone. She doesn't come back.
There could always be snakes and gators and all kinds of wildlife out here, but hopefully I can get to the puppies before they do, so that's really why I'm just gonna go for it.
A foster kitten has just come into the shelter for an emergency exam with Dr. McKim. It is unclear as to why this kitten has been losing weight and energy over the last several days.
So Gumbo is a approximately 6 to 7 week old kitten that came into our care about a little less than 2 weeks ago. Gumbo went into a foster home for the next week. The foster owner reported that Gumbo was starting to decline, eating as much, wasn't as active.
Yeah, she said she might nibble like a tiny little bite off of wet food. She's been offering her the GI dry food, and she'll eat that, but she eats like 3 little pieces, and that's it.
Gumbo has now lost a significant amount of weight, was refusing all food, and is getting quite weak. And how much has she lost?
She's at 0.78 right now.
We are concerned about underlying issues like a congenital malformation of the liver, which is fairly common in little kittens. They will initially do okay, and then as they grow, their liver can't keep up with their growth and they start to fade. Oh, you are a skinny, scrawny little thing. Oh. There's also a concern of an infectious disease called FIP, which is much more common in kittens, and when it first emerges, it can be very insidious, very difficult to diagnose, but typically weight loss and GI issues are the first tip-off that might be happening. Oh, baby. I know. This is a bummer.
In spite of all her efforts, Dr. McKim is still unsure of Gumbo's diagnosis. If Gumbo continues to lose weight and energy, she may not last another week.
We're gonna give him a little food and try to jumpstart him. We're gonna give him a little B12, maybe some more fluids.
How much weight has he lost?
Oh gosh, he started around just under a pound and now he's down to 0.78, so that's not very good. It's a very bad prognostic sign. I mean, kittens should be gaining weight every day, so when they're losing, you know you got something fairly serious going on. It's okay, bud.
Yeah.
We're good?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't much. You haven't had anything in a while, so that's a starter.
Mm-hmm.
Starter meal. I've seen these little kittens start to fade and then with supportive care come back in 24 to 48 hours and thrive from that point on. And I've also had the ones that the die was cast when they were born and I'm fighting something that I'm not going to win.
Jason and Brian are on the search for an abandoned dog in a litter of feral puppies. At the moment, finding the puppies has taken priority over the stray dogs since their potential mother was just spotted walking into the woods. Hopefully her trail will lead them to her puppies.
Unfortunately, there's about 20 acres of property around here. They could be hiding anywhere. These dogs keep changing their nesting spots. It's becoming a bit of a struggle to find them.
Ideally, if we can find them when they're 2-3 weeks old that are not walking yet, so it's easy for us just to find their den and scoop them up. Once they get a little older and they're running around, it's hard for us to catch them because they can run away. Ow. Watch out for that. That hurt.
See anything?
Yeah, I don't think these guys are over here because they would have been sounding off by now.
There's always the possibility of other predators to come out here. I mean, we are kind of in the woods. There's coyotes, there's foxes, and other things that could hunt them down as well.
I can hear all kinds of critters around me, but I don't hear puppies. They really can get into any kind of hiding place, but I just can't give up just yet.
These little guys got so many trails, man. I don't even know I can tell which one's the main artery. Yeah. They're good about hiding, man. I gotta find other spots. There's another good trail on the other side of Soul Agree. Yeah, man, I mean, we would have heard them, dude. I know they've been here because we were here Monday, right? And remember the food was full, right? We came on Tuesday, food was empty.
What is it now?
Today, there's a little bit of food in there, so they've been fed again, and they're eating it. So that means they've been here every day.
The locals put out food for them, so that does give me a good sign that the dogs and the puppies are eating and they're still in this vicinity and they haven't left. Not having any luck where we're looking right now, so we're gonna go over to the other side of the road, see if we can find any dens or nests or anything over there. It's really dense woods, so it's kind of hard to navigate through, so hopefully we'll find something.
I'm kind of running out of time, running out of light, running out of patience, but I'm not gonna stop. They're around here somewhere. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna find them.
I just don't see a clear, heavy traveled path.
Jason.
What'd you say?
Come here.
Quietly.
Huh?
Quietly.
Jason.
What'd you say?
Come here.
Quietly.
Huh?
Quietly.
Listen.
Somebody's walking around right in there.
I hear a sound in the woods. Could be one of the mom dogs. It could be the pit that we've been looking for. Could be the puppies. The woods are so thick, it's hard to see anything out here.
Okay, right there.
After several minutes of patiently waiting and listening, the noise has stopped.
There's not much further we can go in the direction we're going, so we're going to backtrack the way we came and see if we see anything on the way back, and then head our way back towards the main area.
What was that? Those guys next to us.
Futile expedition out here all day, can't find anything. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think I'm done. It's time to go.
Suddenly, just as they are about to give up,
There she is. Come here.
Vicious Soul Agree dogs. Come here. All of a sudden, the pit we're looking for just comes running out. I guess she was waiting for us to come back. I don't know, but she's here, thank God.
It doesn't seem like she's feral. She seems like she was probably someone's dog. Whether they abandoned her out here or she ran away or what her story is, you know, it's anybody's guess.
Kisses? Kisses? You give kisses? Where do you want to go? You know where the puppies are? Do you know there's some puppies? Really? Vicious dog. So vicious.
We didn't find any puppies today, but we know they're out there, so it's kind of sad when we don't find them. But we were able to get the pit today and get her off the streets.
although the dog appears to be friendly and healthy, Jason and Brian will still need to do a full intake back at the shelter. After spending some time on the streets, it's possible she may not be as healthy as she looks.
All right, come on, come on, come on. Nameless dog, Jane Doe. Oh, Doe. That's what we'll call her, Doe. Jane Doe. And she's running like a deer, Doe. Dude, why can't they all just run up to us when we're looking for them? Yeah. You know?
Because Pet Helpers is limited admission, Jason and Brian are taking a risk bringing her in without informing the shelter. If no kennels are available, they will need to come up with a plan B. No microchip has been found on Doe, but she still needs to undergo a full intake and be spayed before she can be adopted.
I'm gonna get some vaccines, and we'll go from there, okay? Okay. Because you know our biggest issue is possible heartworms. And, we can only hope that's not happening. If she comes up positive with heartworms, it can be complicated. We'll have to treat her. So hopefully she's not heartworm positive. It'd just be another obstacle to hurdle.
Thankfully, the heartworm tests have come back negative and Doe has been issued a clean bill of health. However, the shelter is filled to capacity, so Doe will need to be placed into a foster home.
Any ideas on a good foster right now, man, especially one this size?
I think we should call Fritch.
Oh, Fritch and Tex?
Yep.
Oh, man. Dude, you know Tex is gonna love this dog.
I thought about Jason and I's friend, Fritch. He's got a really friendly dog that gets along well with people and other dogs.
Everybody's either home or out to dinner, and if Fritch doesn't take this dog, I'm kinda screwed. Nope. Nope.
Hey, Fritch. It's Brian. You know how we were talking the other day, you were talking about maybe wanting to foster a dog? Well, Jason and I just snagged this pit bull mix off of Soul Agree today, if you're interested.
Are the dogs going to get along okay?
Yeah, what we want to do is if you can bring Texas up here to Pet Helpers, we'll let them meet and we'll see how they get along, and you can take a look at her and we'll go over everything with you.
Like 10, 15 minutes, I'll be up there.
All right, appreciate it.
Bye.
Awesome. You're gonna love Texas.
You know, he's a little apprehensive. Hopefully once he meets her and Texas meets her, he'll decide he wants to do it, but he's kind of our first and only hope.
Gumbo has been fed a small amount of food through a feeding tube, but she still lacks essential vitamins and fluids. In an effort to save her before she gets even weaker, Dr. McKim will administer a fluid injection directly into the skin.
I think that's about enough, huh, buddy? And then we're going to give you a little B12. Kittens take in a lot of their fluids with their food, so when they're not eating, they frequently get dehydrated, and that just makes them feel that much worse. So if you're trying to jump-start them, they usually get fluids as well as whatever else you're doing. My biggest concern is that she's just going to continue to fade, where she'll get quieter and weaker and less interested in what's going on around her. Oh, look at the way he's like, really? I will be taking Gumbo home tonight, probably for 3 or 4 days. We're going to start tube feeding to make sure that we get at least some nutrition into Gumbo on a regular basis. And, if I left her here, I wouldn't sleep well thinking about, I should get up and feed her. Overall, it'd be better for me to just have her in my bathroom where I can just go in and feed her.
Gumbo's weight loss is still a mystery. Time will tell if she is able to make a comeback.
All right, man, Eric is here. So my master plan is this one's friendly. We saw her run around with other dogs. Yeah. We know Texas is friendly. I'm thinking we'll do a drop leash technique.
Okay.
Obviously, if something happens, you and I worry about this one. Eric's gonna grab Tex, okay? I know they both get along with dogs, but you never know if they get along with each other. I'm nervous because I love Texas. I don't want anything to happen to him, but I got high hopes, so we'll see. Be good, girl. You want to get adopted, don't you? Don't act a fool. Going in, man. So basically what we want to do is we want to do a drop leash technique. So go ahead and drop your leash. Grab your dog if he goes crazy. Drop your leash. Tex and Doe are going to get along fine. If Fritch is into her, that's really the question. He seems like he likes her, but it's his final decision. It would be nice if you could keep her till you found someone, because she's in such a good demeanor that if you can keep her out of the shelter, then she won't get that kind of crazy shelter dog personality after being cooped up. Nobody comes looking for her in 5 to 10 days, then we can adopt her out. Could be a week, we find someone else that loves her. Could be 3 days, you fall in love with her and have to keep her. I know you don't want another dog, but this is what happens when you foster. I'm not trying to suck you into a new dog, man, but you down?
No, I'll take her for a little bit, man, and see how it works. You know?
Thank you. Absolutely amazing. Fritch comes to the rescue. I guarantee you he'll either take her himself or find a home for her. So I couldn't ask for the better scenario. At the end of the day, with a victory, finding a dog, healthy dog, friendly dog, and then getting the dog into foster care, you really couldn't ask for more. I just hope it stays this way and maybe we can find the puppies. Unfortunately, they're still in the back of my mind.
It's always a good day when we end it saving an animal. We would have liked to gotten puppies, but saving an adult means a lot because there's a lot that can happen out there on the streets. We're working so hard to try to keep the population down out there that any adult we can get off the streets is a good thing.
Today, Gumbo's new foster family is bringing her into the clinic for a follow-up.
We're here.
After spending 10 days at Dr. McKim's house, Gumbo's weight slowly began to increase. However, her diagnosis is still unclear.
Hi.
You got the Gumbo?
I got Gumbo.
Oh, cool. Why don't we bring her back here?
Alrighty.
Shut the door. Okay, so Tell me how she's been doing at home.
She's been doing great. She's eating and playing, and she's just a sweetheart.
Oh, look at those little teeth are coming in. She looks nice and pink. I wasn't able to really pinpoint what was Gumbo's problem, and we did have some concerns about some serious congenital defects that don't get better with age, get worse. The fact that she has made this transformation, I can rule the majority of those out. So without blood testing, I can say that Gumbo probably is going to be a normal kitty. I mean, I think what's remarkable is she's doubled in size. I mean, when we set her home, she was that little kind of dried up leaf little thing. She's starting to gain weight normally, making up for some of the lost time. I expect within the next month or so that she will catch up with her litter mates. We're going to spay her next week, and Gumbo is going to be available for adoption.
We are so thankful that Dr. McKim took her home and was able to provide that care for her, because if not, she wouldn't have survived.
Well, thank you.
You are welcome. Let's do it at any time. Just give us a call.
You are the people that save the lives. You know, I mean, we can do the medical, but if they don't have TLC and a home to go to, they just don't try. I love to see the ones that had a personal touch with. Anytime they come into my household, they come into my heart a little bit deeper. So seeing somebody like Gumbo really makes my day. The foster family is very much in love with her. She has gotten the socialization that she needs to be adopted. So from this point forward, Gumbo's future is really good.
Here we are, getting ready to go. Hi. Hi, Mary.